You know, I'm a diplomat, but above all, I'm a human being. And as a human being, what I want peace and reconciliation with everybody. It's not always easy, of course. That's my work. But when you come to a nice event, successful event like we had today, we can speak with everybody, and that's much important because dialogue is much important. We are all human beings, so we have different culture, we have different religion, but we believe in life, we believe in love. We want a better life, we want a better world, and that's why we need to be united. Now we have a new issue, for example, it's only an example, it's climate change. But if there are not unification between the people, we will not find a solution. We need this unity.
It's a beautiful day today, and this is a great opportunity for people to make friends. How important for people are such events as today?
We are all here from different countries. And the main theme of the Tolerance Golf Cup event is tolerance. The fact is that this year is also declared as the Year of Tolerance in the United Arab Emirates. Using sports activities, we have united many different nationalities in the Ukrainian community, Ukrainians and many other nations. And here the spirit of tolerance is felt. And this kind of atmosphere on this clear day amidst such beautiful nature in Kiev.
When such events take place, of course, the club supports them, because diplomacy today is actually very relevant indeed. This is a great opportunity for each of the participants and guests to find friends, partners, and just to exchange positivity.
Golf always unites families, friends, and companies. Therefore, we believe that this kind of event is a very, very great opportunity to spend time together, share thoughts, share some experiences and perhaps achievements.
It is necessary. Such international events are needed where we unite, look and move around, as if we all are good friends. And in fact, these people are your family. The whole world is a family. Everyone is at his place. But it is interesting to move around everywhere and see another world.
See, what unites us inside is that we are all human beings. We might be different color, we might be different faith, we might be from different culture, a different language, but emotionally we are all the same. Whether it's rich, the poor, or the mighty rich, or the people who are in poverty, they're all the same. When we say a planet, we are all one in the family with equality.
From London, from the USA, from Italy, from France, these are golfers who flew to play on the Ukrainian field to win the diplomatic Golf Cup. People talk freely, they trained, they drove the Range Rovers, they even flew helicopters. We had a partner and he gave us a helicopter. It is an opportunity. It would seem to spend one day in Kiev, which I'm sure have charged everyone with positivity and exchange, since we live in the world which is fighting in a certain sense, considering politics and geopolitics, simply because it has established such rules, which nobody actually needs, then there must be some initiatives, some events of this kind, which show that there are in fact no rules. We are all people, we all live on the same planet Earth, we all breathe the same air, the same sun shines down on all of us, just in different time zones, but it is one sun for all.
Such corporate events, such events are important so that people of different races, different generations, different tendencies, different vector of orientations, different fields of activity could unite somewhere. It is important to organize such events in each country. But you need to understand that in addition to external friendship, we must have internal friendship. Unfortunately, any friendship, trade or relationship between countries stop when there is a conflict. I'd love to have it all come back. And what does it all start with? And again, with a grain. If we share our bread with those who lack it, we will then get to the point when the whole world develops again. Therefore, I'm very grateful to you for such events, where everyone can feel and see it all.
It would be necessary that each and every participant here, who is friendly to the other, would act the same way when he or she is in his or in her community, to drive that on what's happening here, to multiply what's happening here. And in my view, it's a duty of society, which, for example, is meeting here, to take use of that, and to do it also in your normal environment, what you're doing here, being friendly, and conveying the message, And this is even more important than meeting here.
What do you think? What unites people around the world regardless of their nationality and religious affiliation? What unites us internally?
We are united, we are all people, regardless of any factors, and indeed, all of us can be friends. I had the experience of studying abroad, where there were representatives from 50 different countries, and we were all friends, regardless of the color of our skin or religious preferences. We all walked around as an international group, and everyone was amazed. And it was a real friendship, and it shows that we are all truly united, we are all people, we can all be friends.
Basically speaking, what we have in common is that we are human beings, and that we should have some values. A lot of values have gone lost, but we have some joint values and we should foster them and we should further develop them.
World is a planet. Let's not get divided on the boundaries. Let us not get divided on the languages. Let us not get divided on the faith. We are all one. We are all one human being in this planet.
In any country, there are people who need each other. And we need to raise such questions where we need each other, in which we are necessary for each other. If we find these ways, these options, and remove religion and politics, we will find a common ground, points of contact. Once again, my program helps in this regard.
I believe that diplomacy, it's always about the soft power, that we should always think of cooperation and new initiatives, how to cooperate in a better way in all atmosphere and in all spheres of life. So to have better communication in one family, in the workplace, in schools, universities, that we have the right tools to think loudly, to share our views, to accept the others, and always think positively, things for a better future.
So, it seems to me that a diplomat, at least I can probably already call myself and our office a small piece of diplomacy. Before we say something to someone, we are trying to model this situation on ourselves, how comfortable it would be for me, and what would I like to hear from a person. If we could apply these attitudes not only at work or international practice or during negotiation, but in its entirety, in our soul, right here inside, in the family, with children, with a husband, with relatives, with friends, then everything would be different. It seems to me that it is just necessary for people to convey it somehow. It seems to me that they just do not know this, but they feel it somewhere inside.
When we help and create, we live, we inspire, we thrive. And it charges people with energy, it is taken up, there is a chain of events. So there is such energy that you can't even imagine its meaningful scope. And on such a wave, you cannot even imagine what you yourself are capable of doing when you get into this flow.
On May 11th, an international online conference was held on the Elytra platform. It was a large-scale teleconference to which participants from more than 140 countries of the world connected online. People themselves raised the issue of consumer society, that constant consumption leads to a dead end and people do not become happier, while creation is something that gives us joy, something that is natural for a person. What do you think each of us can do to move from consumption to creation?
Consumption must be at least conscious and competent and satisfying a person's needs. It should not move to a position where, let's say, I have it, but I want more.
For me, consumption is, when you just want to receive and not to give. It is necessary to understand and learn, at least a little bit, to give. First and foremost, there should be only positivity.
Each person can be very creative, and so creative that we can all be together, irrespective of whatever nationality you are, irrespective of whatever faith you are. You could be a Muslim, you could be a Christian, you could be a Hindu, you could be a Buddhist, and or any language. But what's very important is that we are concerned about each other, feelings about each other, and how we can leave a better world to our next generation. That's very important today. The message that I'll tell everyone is that very simple. Be optimistic. The world is great. People are great. Travel around. Learn more language. Meet more friends. Don't have barriers. Don't think he is enemy. He is bad. Any color, any faith, any language. Friendship is all that's going to win you, and the technology will take you away the world it is. Enjoy the world. It's God created, and God wants you to simply enjoy this.
And since it's the year of tolerance in my country, I wish prosperity, peace, security and tolerance to be all over the world, not only this year, but in all coming years.
I think it is really great that there are such incentives for the development of our society, and in order to demonstrate them, I'm also grateful especially to you that by being here as a media, you as insiders give an opportunity to carry this outside through external communication, and more people will see it all. Therefore, it is really great that you are here.
Elytra TV, since you have an international channel and you have a lot of immediate feedback, I'd probably like not to wish, but to ask. Now that the Elytra TV viewer sees us regularly at different events or interviews or communication, I'd like this viewer to give us feedback. What does he lack? What would he like to hear, to see, to learn, or maybe he'd like to come? Why not? Or maybe we should try? Then we would have the feedback and understand. Okay, good. Probably here is it. Since people are talking about it, then it would work even better towards unification.